Thank you all so much. I'm here today with my husband, Brian, concerning an emergency matter that only the Board of Supervisors can address. On February 7th, a site plan for a massive by-right data center and electrical substation was submitted for Plaza 500 in the Mason District. It would be the 5th largest data center by square feet and the closest to residents in the county, only 300 feet away. In 2022, when a rezoning application came before the Planning Commission, the Commission and staff were concerned about the siting of a data center here, that they indefinitely deferred the application after indicating to the developer that they would deny the application if a data center was proposed. Unless you take action, this site plan will move forward without any public input or board review. I'm begging you to follow your own words and take immediate action, and I have a short 2-minute video to show.
And I want to thank my colleagues for supporting the motion that I made to develop higher standards for data centers in Fairfax County. And that matters. We asked our staff to give us an ideal set of recommendations to deal with data centers because of the alarming numbers that are happening in other jurisdictions that have not happened here. To make sure that if we're going to do any data centers in Fairfax County, even if it's 1/5 or 1/10 of what other people are going to do, the ones we do in this county are going to be done at the highest standard we can possibly foresee. This application meets that highest standard of recommendations that is being considered by our board to adopt as a county-wide standard for any other data center that might come into the county.
I really appreciate all the public participation. That input helped to prompt real improvements to the application. At this public hearing, at the Planning Commission hearing, in other community meetings, and in countless correspondence, we've heard concerns about noise, visual impact, energy demand, water quality, and the like. But we've also heard how thoroughly this applicant has addressed these concerns by submitting a more robust proffer package than any data center applicant has previously provided in this county.
Comes before the board's been able to kind of discuss and issue our guidance on data centers.
You have a data center that's met what I anticipate our future board standards are going to be for data centers. In fact, everything I've heard and understood exceeds some of those standards.
We also have an opportunity to establish standards that are the highest in the Commonwealth, if not the highest in the nation. And I think the work of this application and the work that staff has done with our data center report put us on that path. I agree with Supervisor Jimenez. Moving forward, I would like to see us go even further.
It is about doing this responsibly. And what message would it send if we're accepting things with, accepting a data center without stuff from the data center report? But I got news for you. There's a lot of proffers here. There's a lot here with this data center that matches this report.
I will also support making sure that this is the standard on any data center that comes into Fairfax County, because frankly, we need to be setting the nationwide standard on these.
Thanks. I know my time's almost up. I'm just begging you, please start the process to remove by right. Otherwise, this data center is going to go forward. It's completely against what you voted on and based your support for the Gentilly data center on. Reopen your business meeting, offer a motion from the floor to advertise a Planning Commission hearing on the matter. The work's been done for you. The staff has completed their data center report. You have a proposed amendment text in your folder along with letters going back to May 2023 of our community raising this specific concern with you. You also have a community that has rolled up our sleeves and is offering to support to see this happen. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your testimony, and I will follow up with you afterwards, but I do understand that this particular application is by right, meaning that it doesn't have any public hearings scheduled with it. And of course, all the testimony that was just shown on the screen was relative to a rezoning case in which we had a set of proffers and a public dialogue here. And so this is one of the unfortunate byproducts of by right development, and one of the reasons why we want to encourage rezonings of these applications so that they can adhere to the very standards that were just mentioned in the testimony of myself and my colleagues. And I do know that we're working as quickly as we can to modify our zoning ordinance to make as many of those requirements that were mentioned at our public hearing material elements of our zoning ordinance. And I believe we're going to be discussing this in the next couple weeks in a development process committee. So stay tuned and appreciate your testimony.
Thank you. The board basically has 60 days to act before the county is forced to accept the site plan, which would grandfather in this application. And so time is of the essence.
Yeah, which is under state code
Yep.
rules. Exactly.
Exactly.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for that.